It is a major announcement that could change the 2024 race for president, and it's expected later on tonight. Former President Donald Trump hinting that he will announce that he will indeed run for president yet again. This marks his third bid for the White House. The move comes as the embattled former president faces multiple criminal and civil investigations. He lost his re-election bid in 2020, but did not concede and has continued to claim that the election was rigged and stolen, a claim that has been debunked, but also sparked a riot on January 6th at Congress. He has repeatedly teased another run for the White House throughout the last year and told a rally crowd last week to prepare for the big announcement today.
Meanwhile, Trump's former vice president, Mike Pence, could be considering a White House run himself. In an exclusive interview with ABC, he discussed whether he would consider fighting for the GOP nomination and if he believes his former boss should run again. As ABC's M. Wynn reports, Pence also denounced former President Donald Trump's words and actions on the day of the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol.
One second in command to President Donald Trump, former Vice President Mike Pence recounts how the deadly January 6th attack on the Capitol was a breaking point for him and his old boss. In an interview with ABC's David Muir, Pence calling former President Trump's words that day reckless, saying the president put him and his family in danger. But David also challenging Pence about his own comments, publicly spreading doubts about the 2020 election results.
Do you have any regrets about your own rhetoric? Just 2 days before January 6th, you were in Georgia, and you said, we all have our doubts about the election. Were you feeding the false hope?
No, not in the least. Well, David, hindsight is always 20/20. But I never imagined the violence that would ensue on January the 6th.
As his new memoir, So Help Me God, is released, Pence breaking his silence about how Trump and his allies pressured him not to confirm Joe Biden's 2020 Electoral College victory during the ceremonial certification in Congress.
Did you ever point blank say to the president, I will not do this, I will not intervene, we lost this election?
I did, David, many times.
It wasn't until 5 days later, Pence says, that he and Trump spoke. When asked by David about whether Trump should run in 2024.
David, I think that's up to the American people. But I think we'll have better choices in the future.
Pence's new book traces his life in politics, where he describes years of a close relationship with Trump. But ultimately, he says he decided it would be best the two went their separate ways. M. Wynn, ABC News, Washington.
After 4 massive rate hikes, the Federal Reserve could be ready to ease up. Yesterday, the Fed vice chair said she believed it would soon be appropriate to go with a slower pace of increases. The Fed says the hikes are the best way to bring down high inflation. The vice chair suggested it could now look at taking a deliberate approach with the economy.
There's another chance of a railroad strike after a third rail union rejected a tentative labor deal. This union is the smallest out of 13 unions. It represents more than 100,000 members at major U.S. freight railroads. However, if any of those unions strike, its picket lines would be honored by the other unions, and that could happen early next month. If it does, it would shut down a vital link in the nation's supply chain. Congress could prevent or end a strike by extending a cooling off period during which the unions cannot strike, or by imposing a contract on union members. Sticking points in negotiations have been things like staffing levels and paid sick time.
We're going to take a look outside with live cam. Ooh, we're up to 52 degrees. It really has been a pretty stretch of weather the last couple of days.
It has been nice, and you see there are a few clouds there in the distance. We'll see some off and on clouds today. There are those cirrus clouds way up in the atmosphere that will pass by from time to time, but won't have a big influence on the forecast. Speaking of those cirrus clouds, great shot of them this morning. This is from Skywatcher, and he says a bountiful crop of crisp morning cirrus clouds greets the day. That's a nice alliteration there. I like that. Made for a great sunrise this morning. I posted a picture of the sunrise on my Instagram if you want to check that out. We got a few here coming in on KSAT Connect, but looked like the sky was on fire this morning, those cirrus clouds. And we should see a pretty nice sunset, by the way, with a similar setup this evening. Temperatures across the state, 40 right now in Dallas, it's 50 in Houston. Overall, this is cool for Texas. 47 in San Angelo, 45 Lubbock. This is all below average. And you look across the country, it's not just us. A large portion of the country is within this cool air mass. You got to go down to Miami to find anything remotely warm, and that's 85. It's 80 in Orlando, but beyond that, pretty chilly. 36 in Chicago, a place that saw snow earlier this morning. 32 Minneapolis, 51 Las Vegas, even Phoenix sitting at 59 right now. So our KSAT 12-hour forecast, 56 at 2 o'clock, 57 our high temperature today. And then we'll see those numbers tumble pretty quickly tonight. A few clouds moving through. Northeasterly winds anywhere from 5 to 10 miles per hour. By midnight, we're at 45, probably more 30s on the map again tomorrow morning. We'll look at that forecast and we'll talk about our next rain chance, which isn't a great chance, but it is there. We'll have more on that in just a bit, guys.
Thank you, Justin. Frontier Airlines and 5 foreign carriers have now agreed to refund more than $600 million combined to travelers whose trips got canceled or were significantly delayed since the start of the pandemic. The U.S. Department of Transportation said it also fined the same airlines more than $7 million for delaying refunds for so long that they violated consumer protection rules. The largest U.S. airlines, which accounted for the bulk of the complaints about refunds, avoided fines, and an official said no other U.S. carriers are being investigated for potential fines. Consumers flooded the agency with thousands of complaints about their inability to get refunds when the airlines canceled huge numbers of flights after the pandemic hit in early 2020. It was by far the leading category of complaint.
Walmart has agreed to pay $3.1 billion to settle opioid lawsuits in multiple states. That's according to New York Attorney General Letitia James, who was one of the negotiators. The company was accused of failing to regulate opioid prescriptions, which contributed to the opioid crisis nationwide. The settlement framework also requires Walmart to increase efforts to prevent fraudulent prescriptions and flag those that seem suspicious. Walmart disputes the allegations, but says the framework is in the best interest of all parties involved.
We have been reporting that RSV has hit children hard across the country this fall, but now there's evidence that older adults are catching the respiratory virus at a higher rate than normal. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says about 6 out of every 100,000 seniors has now been hospitalized with RSV. It's a much lower rate than with children, but for seniors, it's about 10 times higher than in years before the COVID-19 pandemic. One doctor who has researched RSV extensively suggests that this could be the result of adults relaxing previous COVID-19 health safety measures, including masking and social distancing. Adults at risk for the most severe outcomes, by the way, are those who are 65 and older. While stores are pushing their early Black Friday deals, customers are hoping for sales in the grocery aisles. Inflation is affecting prices. So if you're planning your Thanksgiving meal, making changes to your menu could actually keep your costs down. We'll explain. I ordered my turkey today. I did. The countdown to Thanksgiving is on, and the holiday is just a little bit over a week away. Time to get busy.
And although some food prices are higher because of inflation this year, ABC's Matt Rivers shows us that some prices are actually coming down.
With Thanksgiving just 9 days away, prices are flying at record highs for those coveted turkeys.
Everything is more expensive. Feed is more expensive, labor is more expensive, all the inputs are more expensive, so that obviously is going to translate into a more expensive turkey.
Costs are up nearly 17% compared to last year for the holiday's biggest staple, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. This latest spike impacting shoppers already grappling with inflation, now worried about how much Turkey Day might cost.
It's heartbreaking because you go see something that used to be only $2-3 is now $7 to $10, and I'm like, how are people eating?
The surge in pricing due in part to this year's outbreak of bird flu across the country, though this did not significantly impact the supply of whole turkeys, according to the USDA. But there is a silver lining at the checkout counter. Price tags are actually shrinking a little for some of those items or ingredients that may be on your Thanksgiving menu, at least compared to last month. Chicken prices are down 1.3%, potatoes down 2.8%, and apples, for grandma's favorite pie recipe, down 3.2%. Being flexible with your menu could also give your food budget some breathing room, as beef and veal prices are also down 3.6% compared to a year ago. Experts say prices might dip a bit more before the holiday.
The good news is there's not going to be an empty shelves when it comes to turkey in the frozen food case. The closer we get to Thanksgiving, the cheaper the prices are going to be.
Oh, with so many Americans in the market for turkeys over the next couple of days, we asked the U.S. Department of Agriculture where there might be some savings. And they told us that many grocery store chains in the run-up to Thanksgiving will start to put full turkeys and bone-in breasts in their advertising campaigns, which means more competitive pricing as a way to lure shoppers in the door. So if you can, over the next few days, try and do some competitive shopping between different chains, because remember, these grocery stores are competing right now for your Thanksgiving business. Matt Rivers, ABC News in Hopewell, New Jersey.
Poor Matt Rivers. You remember him? He used to work here. Those turkeys were trying to drown him out.
They don't want him talking about going and buying a turkey.
They're like, don't let him talk about us getting eaten.
I was about to say, they didn't seem very nervous, did they?
No, I think they were trying to make a point.
Yeah, I think they were. As we go outside for you, partly cloudy skies at the airport. Right now, 50 degrees. That's our high. Low this morning, 38. Averages are 72 and 50. So yeah, this time of year, that's what we average. But keep in mind, we also get a lot of variability this time of year. The record is 89, set back in 1951. But we've been as low as 27 back in 1969. What about rain chances this weekend into the weekend? We've got an update for you coming up.
Whatever. Speaking of pies, we were talking about pies. Turkeys.
You know, this is the kind of weather that's perfect, like if you're going to fry your turkey outside, which is my plan.
Is that what you're going to do? Mm-hmm. Deep fry that thing?
Oh, yeah.
Well, we always have to tell people, be careful.
You have to have the right equipment and don't do it anywhere near your house.
Yes, be careful. But
and don't use a frozen turkey.
Oh.
Don't do that.
Good advice.
You need to put this recipe up on the website for me.
We've been learning a lot about cooking from Ursula. She's got some good tips.
Well, that's
and
when you make that, it does a big explosion in the hot grease.
Don't do that.
It's frozen. Don't do that.
Don't do that. It is the good kind of weather for that, though. We've got beautiful mornings. If you like the cold weather, that is. It was chilly this morning, but it was also the colors in the sunrise this morning. I mentioned that. This is earlier from Cibolo. That is a great shot. The colors were pretty incredible with these high clouds that were coming through. And we're still seeing those high clouds, by the way. They'll be off and on today. We did not get down to freezing here in San Antonio. And technically at the airport, we have not yet. Now, I think northern parts of Bexar County probably got close a couple days ago, if not right at the mark. And you get into the hill country, we did get down to freezing. So freeze out of the way across the hill country is right at about on schedule. In San Antonio, we average anywhere from November 28th to December 4th, where we're getting into that period. We're getting close anyway. So chances are we're going to get our first freeze coming up here at some point. Now, it is not in the 7-day forecast. We do have mornings in the 30s, but not below freezing. The earliest we've ever hit freezing here in San Antonio was back on October 30th, 1917. And we talked about 1917 last half hour. Being a very dry year, so that was just a rough year all the way around. They had an early freeze as well. We have not, again, seen it yet. As we go outside for you, partly cloudy, 50 degrees at the airport, 52 Stinson, 53 Kelly, 51 at Randolph. And we've got north-northeasterly winds at about 9 miles per hour. Here's the big picture across the country, and a good amount of rain working through the Appalachians and working up towards Pennsylvania, where it's turning over to snow at this hour. So places like Pittsburgh, Philly may pick up some snow this afternoon, and still a few light snow showers around Chicago, Detroit, and the Great Lakes. That storm system is moving away. Behind it, not much there. We noticed some high clouds trying to drift in, and those are those clouds we've been speaking of. So yeah, these will be off and on today, but filtered sun, you're still going to see some sun throughout the afternoon. And temperatures right now, 50 at the airport, 54 Helotes, 51 Bandera, still 49 Lost Maples. And by the way, trees starting to really change there. It's that time of year too. If you have plans to head out to Lost Maples, yeah, it's crowded. You got to get your reservations, but apparently the colors are beginning to take hold there. 56 2 o'clock, 57 3 p.m., 57 at 4 o'clock. And then partly cloudy tonight, 51 at 7 p.m., 49 at 8 p.m. And we're in the mid-40s as we head into the overnight hours. And looking at the forecast here, off and on clouds today, going into tomorrow. It's just those thin high clouds working through. And this fast forwards to about 5 o'clock tomorrow. We may break out into some sun tomorrow afternoon, a little bit more sun. And then Thursday, clouds will build again, and this computer model does want to put a few showers in across our southern counties. I think we can see a sprinkle or two here in San Antonio. A little disturbance rolling through. There's really not much moisture to work with at all. So anything we see may not reach the ground, and if it is, it's going to be very, very light. So that's one system. There's another piece of energy that comes in on Saturday, which gives us some more rain chances. And one of the reasons why I'm not too keen on adding any sort of significant rain chances, because look at the dew points. They're staying very, very low. So at the surface, anything that would fall probably evaporates. So here's a look at the extended forecast. 55 Wednesday, 58 Thursday, maybe a sprinkle or two, especially the south. 59 Friday, and then maybe some light showers over the weekend. But that added cloud cover will keep temperatures down on Saturday, a high of only 49. This is a pretty cool stretch going into the holiday week next week, guys.
You're not kidding. Look at that. Thank you. Scientists studying a snake's diet, getting a big surprise, what they found inside.
A python's last big meal turned out to be quite the big meal.
CNN's Jeannie Mose reports scientists have a new graphic example of how nature's food chain really works.
Scientists at a Florida lab could feel something big inside this dead 18-foot Burmese python, so they cut it open. A necropsy, it's called.
Where I actually thought it was pretty gross too, and I'm used to necropsies and things.
Rosie Moore was one of the scientists investigating the snake's diet, and look what was on the python's menu: a 5-foot dead but still fairly intact alligator.
Did it smell terrible?
Oh my gosh, we were taking breaks. We were running outside trying to get some fresh air. Like, I've never smelled anything like that.
As one commenter joked, "Congratulations, your python is pregnant with an alligator." Florida encourages people to kill Burmese pythons because they eat so many other species and reproduce rapidly.
You actually call it a python invasion?
Yeah, it's commonly referred to as the python invasion.
The alligator inside the python video on Rosie's Instagram page went viral, and the photos of the scientist looking like a Bond girl in a bikini probably didn't hurt viewership. She models part-time and likes the idea of changing the image of female scientists.
Women in science are always kind of portrayed as like the dorky, nerdy, shy.
Not this woman in science. She dives into her job with passion. The alligator and the snake taught Rosie a new word.
It was compared to a turducken?
Yes, I had to look that up.
Someone suggested should have just cooked the whole thing. Would have been some kind of creepy Cajun version of a turducken.
This is the tur, this is the duck, and this is the inn.
Turkey stuffed with duck and chicken, turducken. So maybe we'll just call this a pie-gator-thon. Not that it's making anyone hungry. Jeannie Mose, CNN, New York.
Not appetizing in the least.
I don't think they'll ever serve that on SA Live.
No.
What?
You ever ate python?
Python? What was it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I was watching like this.
Gator-thon? No. Oh, ew. Anyway, hi.
How about some free money?
Yes, that'll take your mind off that story. So we've got $500 to give away. We're going to announce the winner on that one.
All right. Of course, Jen is out live
at the Pigpen. Hey, Jen.
Yes, that's right. When you think of Pigpen and Smoke Shack, you think of delicious barbecue meats and, of course, amazing cocktails like this Bloody Mary here. We're getting a sample of the menu, plus what you need to know if you want to get a Thanksgiving order in.
And speaking of Thanksgiving, what is your signature Thanksgiving dish? Something that you either always make or that your family always has for Thanksgiving. Let us know at SA Live KSAT on Facebook and Twitter.
And how about a cocktail or two? And Lindsay Horton from Coastal Bend Distilling is here, and you've got a whole bunch. Matter of fact, a dozen, right?
We have 12 cocktails of Christmas, yes, sir.
All right, just like the Holly Jolly juice we're going to be making here. Also, some really cool fashions.
Yes, we've got some great vintage fashion looks from Hello Tallulah.
And we're going to try something a little bit different here in honor of Native American Heritage Month, some Navajo fry bread and their version of a taco on that. That is really good.
All that and more when SA Live continues in just a few minutes.
Welcome Welcome back. Temperatures right now 54 degrees, so we're going to stay pretty chilly today. I want to take you, though, out to 1604 Kyle Seal on TransSky. Looks like we have a rollover there. This is a place we had a crash this morning that caused some big backups, and now it looks like we're seeing it again. I'm not 100% sure if that's eastbound or westbound, but we do have some slowdowns there, so be aware if you're heading down 1604, that's going to be a problem area, likely for a while longer, guys.
Thank you, Justin. And thanks for watching the News at Noon with us.
What was it, 12? What was it, 12 holiday drinks? What was it? What were they doing?
12 days of holiday drinks.
12 days of holiday drinks? Wow. When does that start?
I don't know. I
before
think
Christmas?
Jen already had her Bloody Mary going, so.
That looked good, too, with the barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
SA Live starts right
now.
And today on SA Live, we try smoked meats for Thanksgiving and over-the-top drinks for brunch at a spot recently reopened.
Plus, vintage fall fashion from a local boutique celebrating a special anniversary.
And a new food truck in San Antonio that's making Native American cuisine with modern twists like the Navajo taco. Really tasty.
Celebrate San Antonio. Coming to you live from historic Market Square. This is SA Live.
Oh, yes. It's that time, 9 days away and counting. Hello and happy Tuesday. There's Jen.
Yes. Oh, that turkey looks so good. I'll tell you what, if that turkey's anything like the ribs that he serves over there at Smoke Shack, I'm going for that one. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Mike Osterhage.
And I'm Fiona Gorstiz. All right, well, the SA Live Thanksgiving Prep Week continues. Oh, yes, it does, with themed DIY cocktail recipes that you can enjoy for Thanksgiving dinner. And you know what? Today, throughout the holiday season, doesn't matter.
And even going into March and April. Why not? Joining us today is Lindsay Horton, Director of Marketing for Coastal Bend Distilling Company. And such a Christmas theme right here. We're going to jump past Thanksgiving because we have
We have 3 cocktails from our feature, the 12 Cocktails of Christmas.
Okay, so they're all named festively?
Festively, right. We actually have some fall ones, like How About Them Apples or something. That's a whiskey apple one, but we have a lot of holiday-inspired ones. And so I brought you 3 of our favorites when we did a trial with people. They loved these 3 the most.
Starting off, reminds me of Burl Ives here. Holly Jolly Juice instead of Holly Jolly Christmas. Remember that from Rudolph?
Yes, the Holly Jolly Juice is really blood orange based. Unfortunately, my local grocery store was out of blood oranges, but it should be a blood orange, which gives it a lot of great color. So go ahead and do a quick 10 count of vodka.
2, 3,
quick 10.
4,
Okay, that's really good.
Quicker, faster.
She said I was like doing a mind check here. So, and then we're
Next
putting
is
in,
elderflower liqueur. That gives it a little bit of lightness and playfulness.
which has a great aroma to it.
That's like describing my.
And then what would be blood orange juice.
Okay.
And go ahead and top that and shake it all up together.
Right now? Okay.
Should be good. Not too hard to mix.
I know.
There you go. See, like a seasoned pro.
And then we're going to strain this.
Yes, sir.
Into a glass.
Yes, sir. And then top it off with ginger beer.
And that's it.
All right.
And use a couple of cranberries.
Yeah, cranberries, a sprig of rosemary makes it a little festive, and we love a dried orange wheel.
Look at that. Slide that on board. All right.
Holly Jolly Juice.
Now you distill your vodka and gin how many times?
8 times.
8 times.
Ooh, that's really tasty.
Was it smooth? Because
Yes.
8 times distilled.
Yes.
Yeah. By distilling it 8 times, that really takes out a lot of the impurities, so it's going to blend beautifully with your holiday cocktails.
Now, one question is, with the 12 cocktails of Christmas, do you do it like the song where you keep going over and over again and drinking more and more and more?
Exactly. If you were to try, I would not do all 12 in one day. I'll say that.
So this one is
the partridge.
So this next one, the partridge and the pear tree, is a personal favorite. It's light, delicate, sophisticated. So you're going to have live oak vodka as your base. And then pear liqueur. If you can't find pear liqueur, a pear syrup will do. Then vanilla syrup and lemon juice.
Okay. Now, would you have to add another, if you had just pear juice, something to it to give it the little extra punch that pear liqueur has?
Right. If you did pear syrup instead, I'd up the vodka by a little bit. Yeah.
Let me strain that.
And it's always nice when you talk about elegant serving in coupe glass like that too, right?
It is such a fancy glass. Okay.
And then
Where's
garnish
my
with a
garnish?
pear slice and
There we
a
go.
lemon spiral.
Look, there's enough for one for each of us.
There you go.
Killing that lemon spiral. Thank you.
Yes, there we go.
Okay. Cheers.
Don't mind if I do. And last but not
Last but not least is the Winter Wonderland.
You're
This
such
is
a gentleman.
like, let's see. Oh. This is your kicked up gin and tonic. This is Lucky Star Gin. And this is my favorite of our products. It is the same base as our live oak vodka, 8 times distilled. A lot of people don't like gin because of that juniper taste, so we scaled it down, but it's still the required amount to be a gin. We up the citrus peel, so it's very citrusy, lemony.
Her little earpiece fell out.
Fell out. It was caught in my hair. Pardon.
And yeah, that is nice thing because a lot of times when you open up the bottle of gin, it's just like, whoa, but that is very sippable too if you just wanted that over the rocks.
Absolutely.
Now, as far as Coastal Bend Distilling, just head down 37 and you've got tours of the place right there in Beeville, right?
We have a tasting room. You could do tours. If you check our website, we'll sometimes have events. There's a really great downtown market that happens, and we have Bloody Marys all morning long. So there you go.
All right. Well, cheers.
Yes, here's
Here we
to
go.
the
Cheers.
12 cocktails of Christmas. We've got 9 more to go, so we can just roll the best of tape right now and keep making those. But anyway, if you'd like more information on Coastal Bend Distilling, head over to SALive.com. Click on the As Seen on SA Live tab. And you can find this at all various liquor stores around
Specs,
town.
Total Wines. If you go to our website, you can find the location nearest you.
That is so good. Okay, so we have a question for your sister right there.
Yes. When it comes to
we have a question
Thanksgiving
for
meals.
everybody too. What is your favorite Thanksgiving dish? Something that your family always has or that you always make?
Ooh, my mom makes a really great cranberry jello salad. It's got pineapple, raspberry, cranberry. If you don't want to be a boring jello salad, you could always throw some vodka in it. And
Jell-O
it's like
shots
a
in the
jello shot salad.
4 food groups right there.
Wouldn't that be fun at the family gathering on Thanksgiving? What about you?
A chicken cranberry wreath.
Oh, that sounds really good. Have you made that before?
I have.
You have on the show. Yes, indeed.
Yes.
I'd have to say it's the sweet potato casserole and then also the homemade cranberry sauce. So,
nice.
yes, my wife and my son make that. I know, I had to throw it into
Let
it.
us know at SA Live KSAT on Facebook and Twitter,
feast.
and we'll air
That's why I
some of
had
those
to.
later in the show.
All right, from seasonal DIY cocktails to over-the-top brunch and drinks and smoked meats for Thanksgiving. That looks
All right,
delicious.
yes, Sergeant Tobias Tresky is out at the recently opened Pigpen to check out their menu.
Yes, all the things, everything you just said, right? I'm in a very happy place right now, by the way. I have owner Chris Conger joining me now, and we're at the Pigpen, but it's all connected, right? Pretty
All
much.
connected, always, yeah.
And you have all the favorites back on the menu because you've recently reopened. So let's start here. Tell me what we have.
Yeah, so, we've got our hot chicken slider. These are all the favorites that we used to have. We do have some new menu items, but shrimp, brisket, and pulled pork tacos. Obviously, the brisket grilled cheese, that's what we're known for at Smoke Shack. We had to bring it over here as well.
This is my favorite, by the way. Amazing. And then
we have our nachos, our brisket nachos that are very popular.
All right, so we're going to make these right now.
Go for it.
Okay.
Start with brisket.
So brisket. How much brisket? Because I'm going to go all in here.
Want.
All right.
Wow. Don't be shy.
Okay. Hey, we got to load them up, right? Wait, a little bit more. All right.
No food cost over here.
And then some pico. Yeah, all right. Do a little bit of that. It smells amazing, by the way. And then
Queso.
How much of this? Let's just go all in.
Just make it look good.
Okay. Now this is the customer favorite, right?
This is the customer favorite. Mondays we have half price nachos.
Half price on Mondays?
Half price on Mondays.
Remember that, folks. All right, wait, more? What do you think, Chris? Keep going?
That's pretty. There we go.
Okay. And then you said it's important that we top off with that perfect scoop.
Gotta have that guacamole.
Here we go. Oh my gosh, don't fall. There we go. This is amazing. I can see why this is a favorite. And then, oh, look.
Stick the chip in it.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Wow. Okay, these look amazing. Too pretty to eat, but I'm going to try here. Let's talk about the Pigpen because there's the playground is updated as well, right?
Yeah.
So what can people experience?
I mean, it's the same old place, but a lot of new love into it. So, new playground, new kitchen, some new drinks, and some new food items. So it's bringing back the same feel, but just a little different.
All right. Well, you mentioned drinks. I'm sorry, I'm talking with my mouth full, but I couldn't resist these nachos. We're going to show some of the cocktails that you have here. What are we going to see here?
Yeah. Well, we've got Anna, our GM. She's made the brisket Bloody Mary, and
wow.
So the brisket Bloody Mary and the frozen mule, two of our most popular drinks that we brought back.
And she has a new one that she's going to make, right?
A new one, the La Tuna.
All right.
We've got mezcal.
Oh, I love mezcal. It's like that smokiness, right?
Oh yeah, gotta have some smoke at the pig pen. Some lime.
Okay.
We also put some ginger beer in it.
And again, these are available at brunch. Yes, it's okay. It's okay. She's gonna go open that. But brunch, obviously the favorites. I mean, look at that Bloody Mary with the brisket on it. And then this one is new, you said, right, to the menu that she's working on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ginger beer, and then we top it off with so in Spanish, La Tuna is prickly pear. So
beautiful. Look
use
at
a little
that.
Brush Fire Farms prickly pear syrup.
So pretty.
That's the best stuff you can get from South Texas.
All right, and we're not done because the neighbor over here, Smoke Shack, which is your baby as well,
Yeah.
we're going to go over there in the second half of the show. I'm going to hand you one of these drinks. Here you go.
That's my favorite.
My
There
friend.
we go.
And then we will do a little cheers here. Why don't you get one too, Anna? Beautiful drink. And when we come back, guys, cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
Take a look at the barbecue platter. I'm just giving you a little sample there.
There's the ribs.
Yes.
Doesn't that look amazing? Is your mouth watering?
Closer, Ted. Closer.
Yeah. I can smell those. I can
They
taste
want an
those
extreme
ribs from here.
close-up.
Oh, look at that. Yum, yum. All right.
Yes.
Oh, thank
That just
you.
makes you
All right,
dizzy
that's
looking at that.
I'll save you some. I'll send some back. I promise. Yes.
Please, Jen.
He's really hoping. For more information on the Pig Pen and Smoke Shack family businesses, just head to our website, salive.com, and click on the As Seen on SA Live tab.
Did I tell you how much I love the ribs here at Smoke Shack?
I love how
when
we're
SA
wearing
Live
this.
continues, must try eats for San Antonio foodies and a special event happening during National Native American Heritage Month.
And it's vintage fashion for the season. Support a local vintage boutique celebrating their 5-year anniversary with a big bash. That's next on SA Live.